Magic is a funny feeling you get when you watch or listening to something. You can't quite describe it. All you know is how it makes you feel. It's not something you can truly articulate academically. This thing makes me feel magical. What an odd phrase. But it does. When I saw Ghibli Fest and saw a handful of Hayao Miyazaki films, that's what I felt. Magic. When I saw The Boy and the Heron, his recent film, I felt magic. When I saw Blue Giant or listened to the score of that movie, it was magical. When I listened to Coheed's record Vaxis 2, A Window of the Waking Mind, I felt magic. When I read One Piece, I feel magic. My long overdue point is that sometimes you can't articulate how something makes you feel, but you have that feeling. There's an element of when you interact with art that can be incredibly personal and so intimate that you don't need to share with anyone, but you just need to hold on to it close. It's like a personal journal that you get to write into but no one sees. I've tried to explain this feeling to others and I can't quite do it, and that's okay. Magic can be real. You just need to believe and allow yourself to feel, because you create this beautiful bond that's only between you and the art. Welcome to Michael's Thoughts. So that was an incredibly short, even by my standards, scripted portion of the episode that we're doing now. I really needed to, almost like a poem, get it out in the forefront before I really, before I really started talking about that idea of magic. So, when I saw Lone Castle in the Mirror, or Princess Mononoke, like I said earlier with the Miyazaki films, Lone Castle in the Mirror is not a Miyazaki film. Yeah, there's this sense of magic, there's this sense of this feeling that's, again, I can't describe the feeling. It's not something where I'm like, it feels like this. It's not like a cold, where I'm like, if you have a scratchy throat, if your head feels funny, if this. It's not, it's something that you have to feel. And something that is very intimate and personal to you. Whatever that art might be. And that's great. That feeling is great. I think that the issue is we live in this time, in this place where every thought has to be written down and expressed, and that's I do that. But sometimes, and again, I do not always follow my own advice. It's like an intimate journal that you don't necessarily need to share with everyone. I think in the age of, people doing things for the clout, you can just hold on to that. And I think that makes the relationship with that piece of work even more special. And what's best about that, kind of, to me that way, is when someone asks about it, you can almost, if you choose, reveal some of that journal and be like, this is why I found it so intimate, this is why I found it so magical. But yeah, there's a beauty in not understanding why something makes you feel the way you do, why something is as magical as it is. I know that I love the movie Porco Rosso, or Princess Mononoke, or oh my goodness, or Spirited Away, or My Neighbor Totoro, or Lone Castle in the Mirror, or Ernst and Celestine Go to Jabberacia, or I know I love the band Coheed and Cambria, but it's like, I know I can pinpoint like a lot of things on why I like those things, but to really, like there's that 25% of magic that I can't account for. Why do I love One Piece? Well, I love the characters, I love the story, but there's this feeling I get when I read it that I just love. I love the way it makes me feel. And, that's that sense of magic, and I feel that's to understand that, like, sometimes the art we take in, it's also because we appreciate the way it makes us feel. And that's just as important. And holding that, keeping that with us. Again, like that little secret journal no one else gets to read but us, I think, is just as important as the work itself. And being okay with not always being able to define everything. Not being able to define, well, this is, pinpoint A, this is why it makes me feel this. I think is keeps that magic alive. So this was an interesting one. I was trying to do an episode on non-traditional types of storytelling. I'll probably still do that at some point, but how do you write that without sounding like a book report? Like, many arts can be non-traditional storytelling. So that might just be something where I don't know. That's going to be a hard one because I don't want to make it sound like a book report. So, well, this has been episode 26. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.